Good evening, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. Consider liking the channel. Keir Starmer, the silly midwit mandroid we've got running the UK at the moment, is seriously considering committing British blood, sweat and tears and treasure to the war effort in Ukraine. Policing borders is important, deterrents are important, that's why we have tridents. What's being done about the invasion on our southern border? This is the biggest threat to our way of life. Over the weekend, in a single day, we had over 500 illegal invaders from France entering our country, sucking up our resources, sucking up our hotel space, pushing up prices for everybody in the country and contributing little, if nothing, to the broader society. There's even talks by some MPs that say they want to conscript British people to fight in foreign wars in Ukraine. How many people would actually fight for our country? How many people think that the country is in a state that they would actually want to defend it? That's the question I would ask our elected officials at the moment. I don't think there'd be too many that'd be thrilled to go abroad and fight for somebody else's war. Now you can feel sorry for Ukraine, and you can say that Russia shouldn't have invaded, but you need to get your own house in order, is my view on the matter. So when Keir Starmer goes down into Parliament and he says, border security is important, we need to defend Ukraine's borders, but doesn't do a thing to defend our own borders, it got me thinking about something. I think we'd have a lot of volunteers in the country that would defend our borders if they were conscripted into some sort of civilian task force to actually police our southern border, round up illegal immigrants and actually get them arrested and get them ready for deportation. I actually think there'd be quite a lot of volunteers for this. Now all of this would be perfectly legal and above board, of course. And this isn't really a serious proposal at the moment, this is just me venting my spleen and pontificating on my channel. How many civilians would actually fight for Britain if it meant keeping our people safe and actually policing our own borders? How many people in the merchant navy would lend their help? The actual proper navy, the Royal Navy, probably wouldn't even be needed, because there'd be so many volunteers in civilian life that would be happily willing to donate their resources and time to keep our country cohesive and safe. These are my thoughts on the matter. Keir Starmer may have hit the wrong nail on the right head when he says committing British people to defending European borders is important. He's just not talking about the right border, in my view. Now, if you look at Rupert Lowe, I think he's going to be our next Home Secretary. A lot of people think he should be Prime Minister. I disagree. I think he's going to be a brilliant Home Secretary when he gets in. He's on my wavelength. We speak the same language. There's not a word that this person says in Parliament that I don't agree with. How great is it going to be when we've got a majority of MPs that think like him, act like him, and speak common sense for the vast majority of the country? Comment below if you think a civilian conscription service to police our sovereignty and our borders in the United Kingdom is something that you could get on board with, if something that you would support, because it would be separate from the military, because let's face it, our military is completely depleted. But much like in the Second World War, there was a lot of civilians and a lot of civilian vessels that were commissioned and commandeered for the war effort. Something could be done along those lines to stop the southern invasion. Let's be frank and let's be real. 90 to 95% of these people are not refugees. They are exploiting very, very liberal immigration laws and asylum systems to their advantage to get into a country where they think they can get a better life. That is not a refugee. If you like this video, comment below, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for your time.